still be pumping at that hole.
Yeah, with the pump we have now.
The pump that we have.
Oh, wow.
So I think Chris would like the first pump, the one with the wheel on it. That is the one that can run dry indefinitely. So, I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase of that first pump. Anything you wanna say, Chris, or we're good?
We're good. Oh, the hose kit for it too, I think that was in there. There's a suction hose and a discharge hose,
I'm,
that wasn't part
That's on
of
the
it.
second one. You
Same
gotta,
price.
I only printed out the price of the pump. Remember what the price was?
$200,
How much?
$200, it wasn't much, like maybe two.
Okay. So right now you're at 1,700, not to exceed 2,000?
Sure.
So, everyone will add the hose kit that he would like, suction hose kit.
It's a purchase of, pump,
Yeah.
USA Blue Book, you looked at these prices?
Yeah, yep.
Um,
AMT is the brand. So AMT 3-inch pump.
And that's sufficient?
Should be.
Those they should be.
If it's 12-inch main and it's got a hole in it, nothing we have is gonna pump that out.
Okay, so purchase AMT 3-inch diaphragm pump with Honda GX 160 gas motor, 335,
That's the model number, yeah. Model
335H-96, with the hoses not to exceed
$2,000.
$2,000.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
second.
Trustee Kolar,
Yes.
trustee Lenaro,
Yes.
trustee Sampson,
Yes.
deputy mayor Lynn.
Yes.
You order this tomorrow? Incident report tracking, trustee Sampson?
Yes. So it's the new kid on the block. One of the questions that I have is incident reports. So it's great that I learned that we can actually go online, so residents can go online and access, or they could come into the village hall and complete it by paper hard copy. So the question is, at this point, is where, I now know, because I went online and filled out a fake report as Lolo, who gets the notice. How many do you get per year? Do you get a lot, or maybe 1 or 2 a year?
It's
Online.
not online.
Not
It's
online.
Online, no.
More
Online.
people come in. for it.
Yeah, more people come in for the incident
But,
report?
but as she's on Lolo, I make a phone call and it's late at night and your name comes up on my phone and I'm like, I don't need this right now.
I was going incognito. I just wanted
And then
to,
she go in the next, I saw a missed call. So
he was like, yeah,
I
you won't
said you
believe it.
shouldn't have told myself
That the nickname.
your nickname is Lolo because I'm gonna have to tell Paul.
He did say
Oh,
that.
Eric.
Logo.
Let's not forget, we're on,
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
it's funny.
we're on tape
No,
now.
it's funny.
Now everybody knows.
Yes, and everyone knows my street name is Lolo. So I know that when we get it online, that it goes to the mayor, but then you follow up with the resident directly? You don't
I
forward
would
it?
call the resident.
Okay, so you don't send it to like the area
Um,
trustee? I'm just curious.
Well, we had areas and
Yeah.
they went away.
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't go,
So
okay.
we have to reconfigure the areas.
The area, okay. But then my question is, then you're following up with the resident when it's an online. What happens when there's a paper trail? So I know I bugged poor Chris about the lights. So I think residents need to know that our DPW aren't the people who, when they fill out the incident report, you're not the one who is replacing the light bulbs that are blown. You actually put in a request to O&R, and then you're at the mercy of O&R as to when they replace it, right?
Yes.
And it does take a day, or two, a week?
A month, 2 months.
Right.
And if it takes a length of time, trustee Mack, when she was here, she called up and got a decent sized credit. There was a large sum of lights that were out for a period of time, and
Okay.
so I don't know how we're gonna, I know we saw which ones are out, I don't know how we're gonna remember that, but like a month,
But
they're all still not
Well, the
working.
incident report tags the date that it was sent in,
That's
so
true.
you would have a
um,
timestamp on
I
that.
mean, we know which
So
streets
they're
it
still not
is,
fixed
so-
after a
Right.
month, you know, 30 days.
Yeah,
So then my question is, how are we tracking it, to make sure that we, follow up with the resident, follow up with the property department, like if somebody's parking illegally, then that would go to Brian. All right, we can send it to Chris though, you know?
You don't get incident reports, do you?
Only, I get a lot of complaints.
You get complaints.
so do we, don't worry, it's okay.
I only get them if they come through Village Hall and then pass to me, but maybe 1 or 2 a year, most.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's good to
They're
know.
pretty much the same, right now, the incident reports are reading tree limbs. I mean, that's pretty much,
So it's mostly
Like,
DPW.
There's a pothole,
there's a pothole.
my driveway needs to be redone.
But I think, you know, you were,
Yeah,
you mentioned about online tracking,
Mhm.
where we could all share in it.
Right,
Okay, and the only thing I would ask is, once we need to determine these sectors, let's
Yes.
call them,
right,
that you notify the property owner of that person, of that sector, that it's being addressed.
right,
oh, right.
Okay?
Acknowledge
And then,
it.
So the
Acknowledge
trustees should
it,
reach out and
and then
acknowledge it to
follow
the
up.
residents.
But we are at the mercy, unfortunately, of Orange and Rockland. And if there's, I think one of the incidents last year, they were down in Puerto Rico, right, for the hurricane. They sent a lot of their people down there, so we're at that mercy too.
Okay. But no hurricane now.
I only wish that, and hopefully they are, replacing the streetlights with LEDs.
With LEDs.
you know,
some of them are, some of
you
them
know.
So with our, I know that you have the online incident report form. Can we find out from our web developer, is there a way that he can create a spreadsheet like the one I showed you, that like Valerie has a spreadsheet that she created, but there's one that you could sync to the online incident report, like through Google Forms is what I use. So when people fill out the form, it's a category for each question that you ask is tracked on Google Forms, so I'll show you what that looks like. So you can see, and then maybe we can follow up and say it was resolved. So if you see it, like it has the date, it tells you, let me go back, it tells you who filled it out, the address. So all those questions on our incident report are put onto the spreadsheet automatically through a Google form. But there are other programs that you can use, like Asana. So I tapped into my chief resident techie guy, and he explained. So is there a way that our web developer can do that, so we can track and see exactly on a spreadsheet or some other form?
It's something I could run by him.
I don't know that there's that many online though.
No, there
No,
isn't.
is that what
No,
you're
they're
referring
all
to?
handwritten.
I think most
No,
people.
no, I
come
mean,
in.
right, so when a resident comes in and
And
fills
we
it
have to
out,
track it here.
right, but you know what? We could just as easily go online and fill it out, whoever's receiving the paper forms, and then it's put into the spreadsheet, as if they were
Or
doing
even
it
someone
online.
here when it comes in during the day.
Right, when it comes to during the day,
Enter
just
it.
sit and enter it in, and that way
Yeah.
everything is in one spot.
Right, and we all see
First
it
person.
and.
Right.
So if someone comes in
Whichever
at 1
area
o'clock.
it is, we can
it's
address it.
taken
Right,
the
next day.
To the next day, right, and then the person who's responsible for entering it
But you
can,
have that form, don't you? Didn't you
Yeah.
develop something like that?
she has a
Your
spreadsheet,
spreadsheet, I should say.
Right.
Yeah,
can we, tie into the online. So it's just one process, it's simple, and everyone can have access.
Well, what I would do is upload it, print it from online, and give it to the office here,
Okay.
and they would categorize it.
Okay, and then we're following up with it. Because I've seen a couple that says second request. I've had 3 so far that say second request. But, a couple of them were Orange and Rockland folk, you know what I mean, the lights, the
Yeah.
complaints of the lights. But I just don't want residents to say, I'm paying X, Y, Z in taxes.
But
and nobody's
if
addressing my
we
concerns.
if we call the residents, once we have the sectors again, we're at the mercy. And
Right,
I made that phone call several times.
okay, yeah,
All right, we don't have anything to change the bulbs.
No.
They're not ours.
I know. I told my neighbor who was next door to me that too. So I got a second request today.
If they were ours, we wouldn't charge as much to us
yeah.
per month.
Per month. I think if people knew what that looked like, they would be amazed, because I almost fell out of my chair
Yeah.
the first time I saw that. So if we can follow up with the developer guy to see if there's a way that we can put it all together?
Well, I know, I did make contact with him today via email, because the chief wants to do something with your page and our page, Marion, I'm sorry. So, probably not gonna be this week, I don't even know if he's around, do you know if he's
I
around?
don't know.
Okay,
So by the next meeting,
All right.
we should have that.
but we should all be following up with the forms that we get in our mailboxes.
Yes.
All right.
Letter F, GPS tracking, in your packet, you'll see vehicle equipment, village equipment and vehicles. It's a GPS locator, and, you have time, please look through this. I think there's a lot of equipment that we don't need tracking systems on, like a pump. This is the same company that now had, well, on page 17 is their town of Wilkill Police Department. I spoke with the chief on that, and we were already tracked, what was VPL or something?
We have AVLs through the county.
ABL. And that's, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, there was something on Facebook,
The burglary, yep, in Campbell Hall.
in Campbell Hall, was it? And the police department was notified through the county, because we were the closest car. That's how that happened. Just something to look at. It would be good for you, Chris, to know where everyone is too, at certain times.
I see the difference, so the last part of the packet is.
So if we could look at this before next meeting, it would be greatly appreciated, and hopefully we could have some movement on it by then. 3G, village banners, trustee Lodato.
I just did some research on banners for the historic part of the village, so like the center part, mainly where the stores are. I don't know how far you guys would want to go down with banners. I priced out the 2x4s. They come in all sizes, vertical banners to put on the electrical poles. I know we spoke about it a while ago. I apologize, I did designs, I needed them, so I did not bring them. I will work on more. Washingtonville is very long, and it's difficult to,
Space it
I'll
out.
figure something out. They're essentially all the same banners. The only thing I'd like to point out is the one from banners.com and U Printing are 13 ounce. The heavier one, which is more money, $52 if you round it up, from E-Signs is 18 ounce premium vinyl. So it's thicker, it's heavier, more durable. And the picture you see to the right, it would only be one-sided banner, not like on one side of the pole.
Right.
Picture's deceiving. And it's double-sided, the banner. Yeah.
So it's double-sided.
These
but only
prices
one
are
side.
double, yeah. So what you see on one side is on the other side.
Okay, so we have to come up with something designed.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I just didn't know if you guys were still game for it.
Mhm.
Would that be
Can I throw
temp-
something, can I throw a suggestion in? We bought our banners through Fusion Graphics in Montgomery,
Okay,
and they're fantastic with working with you. They worked great with us for the price. I don't remember exactly what they charge us for each one.
okay,
And they have a design guy that if you give him an idea, he's fantastic.
okay.
And they're local, so, there was no problem with delivery. And if there was, if one of them was mixed up, like there's a couple of them, they put, they put one thing on the front and something else on the other side.
Oh, all right.
And they were very good about quickly turning it around and fixing it and giving
Okay.
us new ones.
Gotcha.
So it's
I
Fusion,
appreciate that.
Fusion Graphics.
Okay.
I don't remember.
So my only comment on that is if you're not allowing your store owners to have banners, is it okay for you guys to put up banners? It's just,
Well-
it's a thought, that's all.
We're not allowing them to have
Permanent.
uh, vinyl signs. We're putting banners up to say, welcome to the village of Washingtonville.
Okay,
No
We're not
advertising.
advertising.
We're not
allowed to.
advertising.
okay, so that's, I'm just bringing it up,
No,
like,
that's
okay,
okay, yeah.
that's fine, okay. I don't want, I'm in consistency.
We're not
Okay.
allowed to advertise on poles.
No, I didn't even know if that's the banners, right. Okay, that's fine.
That's okay.
Thanks.
Can't know everything.
I'm learning.
So, it's okay, well, I am, I don't throw anyone else under the bus.
Well, just to answer Val's question, yeah, and we're all on board, so let's move
Okay,
it.
but are you fine with a 2x4, or do you guys, you know, I don't know what proportions, they had every size you could imagine. You know, I thought 2x4 was reasonable.
What's the size we have
What
now?
was the size that we had, Chris? Do you remember?
Off the top of my head, no.
Yeah, probably.
Is there one upstairs?
It's the sign of
That's
the time.
2x4.
Yeah, it's 2x4.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know. Or you know what, the pie out the,
And it's really just saying,
outside of the trailer.
Right, exactly,
Oh, in the trailer?
yeah,
that's it.
okay.
Mhm.
I mean, it's
We could
actually, if you
even
change
do-
the size, it's
We
not
could
gonna
even do
change.
smaller ones if you
No,
decide to
I
go
wouldn't.
into.
No, you'll be able to read it.
You know, it was in peak
Let me
scale,
finish,
yeah.
let me finish.
Um,
If we decide to go into the lampposts and the clocks.
Okay, they have those in peak scale, they're small, they're, my gosh,
You
they're
see, so
really small,
when you let me
yeah.
finish,